Okay, we're gonna get right into this video because the video keeps dropping, so I want to get into this video real quick. And this video is called Escalate. You know, being with a knock and being with, the last two knocks, especially most evil knock, my own experience about Escalate and watching videos and talking to other people about, things that they've been through with a knock. And if you guys ever been with a knock, you notice that every time they do something, all it does is escalate. I have watched videos like on YouTube or, TikTok or whatever, Facebook, and you would see a video where, the woman is confronting, it could be either one, but this one, the woman was confronting the guy for cheating. And he's all crying, what they normally do, the females do to crying and begging, please, baby, please, let's talk, we can fix this, we can get therapy, we can get help. Let me talk about that we thing. That part right there really, really irritates and irks my nerves, because it wouldn't be no we if it wasn't for whatever they're doing. How everything that they do turns into a we thing or us thing, or our problems. Ain't no we, us, and our. Not for me, at least not for me. But they escalated, and when the girl was like, you could just go back to your mom's house, I need to decompress and think about all these things. And even she wasn't even saying that it was over, because it was another one with the wife too, and they was married. He got caught cheating on Tinder. Even though both of these women did not say it was over, they were just saying, go, let me get some space, let me get some air. But then they want to escalate it after all the tears and all the begging and pleading don't work. Then they want to go into the blaming. Well, if it wasn't for you paying too much attention to the kids, I wouldn't have to look elsewhere if it wasn't for this and wasn't for that, or whatever. Everybody has the option to leave. Everybody has the option to leave, but they don't leave because they need to have that stability and comfort at home, but also have their fun time. And fun time ends because what you do in the dark don't always stay in the dark. Somebody's going to find out. It's going to come out eventually. But they're thinking that they're either going to end it or you're never, before you find out, or you're never going to find out, because they're thinking they're so damn smart. So instead of just leaving, when these women are saying, just go, go there, get a couple things, just go so I can clear my mind. It goes from, the begging to the blaming, then now the rage, and then the threatening, escalating it. Now, whatever chance that they had is now thrown out the window. Now, I was cool with just, if you leave, you might have got another chance or whatever. They was cool with that. That's how I'd be like, I'd be cool. Like, it could be somebody, I might have lent you my car, and I was cool that you was 10 minutes late. I was cool you was 30 minutes late. I might have even been cool you was an hour late. But then after that, now I'm on 10. Escalate. Okay? Escalate. And then after they get to the point where they totally explode, where it's escalated to no repair, then they go back to the first original idea, which is to leave and give space. Then they wake up the next day and act like it's all okay. It's under the table. It's under the bridge. It never happened. Or they're acting like they never said it, or they don't remember what they said or did in one day. Oh, I'm working on myself. How you fixed in one day? Escalate. That's all they do is escalate. Like this one lady, she caught her husband cheating, and he convinced her to, therapy and his way of fixing everything. And next thing you know, he picks up another addiction and started spending money and all addicted to corn. Escalate. Instead of trying to find a solution, they go find other problems. Escalate. Like, instead of just working on the things that need to be worked on, they go find another problem to add on to the things that need to be worked on. And then when the reality hit, when it's finally over and there's nothing that they can do anymore, that's when they're really pleading and really probably believe that I just want to, spend time with my kids, and I just, want us to get back together. And they probably do mean it, because once reality hit their ass, when they're out there and they're done, because they escalated, they don't go out there and do the things that got them there. Now they sitting there moping, thinking about the family that they lost. Always wanting something that they cannot have. Or wanting something that's intriguing or daring. So, escalate. I just don't understand how you just going to make the problem worse when it's a possibility to make it better. But they escalate because they want to talk. And the other reason why they escalate is because they know if they leave, they think that when they leave, that's going to be your opportunity to leave, and you're going to be thinking about all the things they did to you, to them, and you're going to be finding all the ways that not to make this work. They don't want you to have time to think. They don't want you to go through the timeline and think about how horrible the whole relationship and the situationship is and always have been. Or they don't want to, give you space and time because they're thinking you got somebody else, even though that's never the case. Because women, when they move on to heal in peace. When they move on, they just move on to another bed, to another place, to another body. Okay? So for them to always be thinking that you're moving on to another person, it's just projection, because that's what they would do. But yeah, they don't want you to sit there and be able to call up your family or your sister or your friends and, have a lending ear and some advice about anything, or cry it out and whatever, and then make a decision that they're not the one for you. That's why they always escalate and don't want to leave once they're caught or confronted about whatever it is that they're doing. It don't always have to be cheating. It could have been anything that they jeopardized the relationship for that they did. Okay? Or things that they didn't do. That'd be another reason. They're not doing anything. They're breathing and existing, thinking that if they go to work and pay a bill, that's all they have to do. And life is all about them. And then you do everything else. So it can go either way. But they do. They just escalate, making things way worse than it already is. That's my video. God bless you guys. I'll catch y'all on the next one. I hope the wind wasn't too bad today, but it was a beautiful day. Be blessed.